with a grin like he wants the whole world down. Every name on his list goes dead when he comes around. Hands up, lock in, don't blink, don't breathe. He wants that click, that break, that scream, that fade. Mentors, mentors, break that shell. Mentors, mentors, raise some hell. He sings it loud, he tears it wide. Mentors, mentors, all teeth, no hide. Karaoke mic in a death grip, spit stains on the chromey, howls through the chorus like he carved it in bone. Cold screen glow on his face, but his pulse is a riot. When the riff cuts loose, he turns the whole place violent. Hands up, locked in, don't blink, don't breathe. He wants that click, that break, that scream, that fade. Mentors, mentors, straight that shell. Mentors, mentors, raise some hell. He sings locks in hard, mic cord like a chain. Karaoke blood on his tongue, he bites down on the flame. Cheap room, crack screen, he picks the ugliest song, then grins at the whole damn crowd like he knew it all along. Hands up, head back, long and don't blink. He cracks that grin, then the whole room sings. Major's on mic, Major's on mic. He sings it loud, then he tears through the night. Major's on mic, Major's on mic. If you want the smoke, step in that light.
What's up, everybody?
He likes to hack the weak, big blocks in the dark, not for the glory, just a little.
All right, how's everybody doing? It's been a while, Sorry about that. Trying not to get no key up. Yeah, I hope everybody's been doing good. Like I said, I've been away for a little bit, working on some projects and working and all that fun stuff. So let's get right into it. We're going to have a little rocking karaoke night. And if anybody wants to come up and sing, just let me know in the chat. Say you need a ladder, or you just want to come out and hang out. And we'll do all that stuff. So just trying to burn some StreamYard hours. On the 7th, everything resets. So I got 20 hours I can burn. So I'll probably do some stream tonight and possibly tomorrow. All right. So let's get this party going. I'm not a singer, just like to have a little fun. So if this is your first time hanging out, great to have you guys here. Let's go back and do some 80s rock with a little bit of Mr. Billy Squire. Let's rock! Light is needed from the other side, down in those bush not to hide. It's your decision, it's a chance that you take. It's on your head, it's a habit, it's hard to break. Do you need a friend? Would you tell no lies? Would you take me in? Are you lonely in the dark? In the dark. In the dark. In the dark. You never listen to the voices inside. They fill your ears as you run to a place to hide. You're never sure if the illusion is real. You pinch yourself, but the memories are all you feel. Can you break away from your alibis? Can you make a play when you meet me in the dark? In the dark. 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 Believe me, hey, hey, don't you need me, oh yeah. You take no interest, no opinions to give. You make the rounds and you try to be so sincere. You got your hopes and your pocket your dreams. You trade it all to avoid an unpleasant scene. The fire when you see me there. Alright, let's see. Trying to figure out a couple of songs I got here. Gonna do some new stuff too. Alright, let's try this one. Here's an old band, goes back. Why does this keep keying up on me? Alright, a little bit of Kingdom Come. Let's see. Dum, bum. We've come a long, long way to be with you. It's not that easy doing what we do. There are those lonely times and then there's happiness. Now it's time, we're gonna do what we do best. Get it on. Get it on. There's an electric feeling in the air. The night is young and there is love to share. Don't you feel the storm? I feel it raging on and on. Get it on. Get it on. Get it on. Oh. Sing it. Now you know what we can do for you. Something has come to life between us two. The boys are pushing hard and playing out their best. Now it's time to let your body do the rest. Alright. Oh. I get too close to the mic and it keys up. Alright. Since we're kind of in the Led Zeppelin mood, let's do a little bit of Zeppelin with Kashmir. Alright, let's try this one. Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face. I'm gonna start over. Okay, let's try it. Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face. Stars to fill my dreams. I am a traveler of both time and space, to be where I have been. Sit with elders of a gentle race. This world is seldom seen. Talk of days for which they sit and wait, and all will be revealed. Talking song from tongues of lifting grace, sounds caress my ear. Though not a word I relate, the story was quite clear. Whoa, oh baby, baby, baby. My mama cares, ain't no denying. These runs are great. I'm crying. Mama, 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 mama. Ain't no denying. All I see turns to brown as the sun turns the ground, and my eyes fill with sand as I scan this wasted land, trying to find where I've been. Oh, pilot of the storm who leaves no trace, like thoughts inside a dream. You're the map that led me to that place. Yeah, hello. Like Shangri-La beneath the summer moon, I will return again. As the dust it blows high in June, when moving through Kashmir. Oh, Father of the four winds, fill myself across the sea of years, with no provision but an open face, long straits of fear. Whoa, 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 whoa. Song's such a long song. This keying up on this mic is ridiculous. Alright, let's see. How about... Alright. Here's a classic. I'll start out doing some metal, and then we'll just go into some other regular karaoke. Alright, I'm in a metal mood. A little bit of Megadeth, Peace Cells, and Nobody's Buying. What do you mean I don't believe in God? I talk to him every day. What do you mean I don't support your system? I go to court when I have to. And what do you mean I can't get to work on time? Got nothing better to do. And what do you mean I don't pay my bills? Why do you think I'm broke? Huh? If there's a new way, I'll be the first in line. But it'll work this time. What do you mean I hurt your feelings? I didn't know you had any feelings. What do you mean I ain't kind? I'm just not your kind. And what do you mean I couldn't be the President of the United States of America? Tell me some. It's still we the people, right? If there's a new way, I'll be the first in line. But it'll work this time. Let's go. Can you put a price on peace? Let's go! Peace, peace, peace sells, but who's buying? He sells, but who's buying? He sells, but who's buying? He sells, but who's buying? Let's see. Here we go. A little bit of Metallica. Hey, I'm your life, I'm the one that took you there. Hey, I'm your life and I'm the one who cares. They betray, I'm your only true friend now. They betray, I'm forever there. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you must feel. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true. I'm your dream, I'm the street. I'm your eyes while you're away. I'm your pain while you repair. Sad but true. Sad but true. You're my mask, you're my cover, my shelter. You're my mask, you're the one who's blamed. Do my work, do my dirty work, scapegoat. Do my deeds, but you're the one who's shamed. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you must feel. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true. I'm your dream, I'm the street. I'm your eyes while you're away, and while you repair. Sad but true. Sad but true. Hey, Dave. Just jamming out. I'm your dream, I'm your eyes, I'm your pain. I'm your dream, I'm your eyes, I'm your pain. You know it's sad but true. My favorite verse. Hey, I'm your head when you want love. Pay the price, pay for nothing's fair. Hey, I'm your life, I'm the one that took you there. Hey, I'm your life and I no longer care. I want something harder. You know what? Here we go. Thought I had some Slayer. Okay, we got that one. This one. And this one. Alright, let's see. Alright. And let's try right about here. Alright, we're gonna go a little bit harder. A little Sepultura. Hey, Breaker! Having a metal party tonight. Land of anger, it has to be born. Sadness, sorrow, everything so alone. Laboratory sickness infects humanity. No hope for the cure. Die by technology, reborn. Tribal violence everywhere. Life and age of terrorism. I'm waiting for my favorite part to come up. The guitar solo. Races will place consumed by time. One of the best metal riffs is coming up in just a second. Here we go! Let's go! Keep the headphones. Alright, I just wanted to hear that part. Whoops. These headphones keep keying up on this mic and it's driving me batty. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Alright, I forgot I had these. Alright, let's do... Yeah. I'm doing these songs mainly for myself. Because I like them. And that's all that matters. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna go back. We got two back to back. Here we go. Let's ride. One life, I'm gonna live it up. I'm taking sides and I'll never get enough. Stand tall, I'm young and kinda proud. I'm on the top, but as long as the music's loud. If you can go sit around as the world goes by, working like a fool, cause it's case or do or die. Out there is fortune waiting to be had. If you think I'll let you go, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. That's right, here's where the talking ends. Well, listen this night, this storm action spin. Drive home, calling all the shots. I got an ace car coming down the rocks. If you think I'll sit around while you chip my brain, listen, I ain't fooling, you're clever to forget. Out there is fortune waiting to be had. If you think I'll let you go, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. In this world we're living, share our sorrow. Answer now and don't give in. Aim for a new tomorrow. Oh, so hot, no time to take a rest. Active, ain't room for second best. Real strong, got some security. Hey, I'm a big smash, I'm going for infinity. If you think I'll sit around as the world goes by, you're thinking like a fool, cause it's me, so do or die. Out there is a fortune waiting to be had. If you think I'll let you go, you got another thing coming. You got a fucking thing coming. You got another thing coming. thing coming. You've got another 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 thing coming. All right. I like that one. Let's see, who else do we got here? You don't know me, I just know your love. I'm gonna try this. I've never done this one. Let's do this one. I like this one. You got me ringing hell's bells. All right, let's try some of these. Are these gone? Yes, deleted. Deleted. Okay, let's see. Like an unsung melody, the truth is right to find it. It's not by remedy. A clear reminder of how it began, deep inside the memory. Turned away as you struggle to find it. You heard the walk away from within the silence, performance in eternity. You're waiting and hoping again. You heard the shadow beckoning. Then your fears seem to keep you blinded, and you jump and you walk away. Keep it on, forsaken. Listen to me now. Broken again, sometimes dark, and show you the light. Unforgettable tragedy, the answer is where you are. There's not for the reckoning. Crumble again, don't be scared to run away. You're the one who can redefine it. Don't let it become a memory. Yeah, I wish I remembered those, how that went. That was The Light by Disturbed. Alright, let's see. What else do we got here? I'm looking for some older song that I haven't sang. Ooh, I like this now. Alright, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Because we did a whole bunch of rock stuff. So let's try to, yeah, let's switch it up a little bit. I'm just going to go through my playlist, see what we got. If you know some of the songs you might enjoy. All right, let's do this one. I like this one. It makes me happy. As long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. All right. Let's do it. Little Miss Queen Bee. Ah, yes. Your love is bright as ever, even in the shadows. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Your heart is glowing, and I'm crashing into you. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Before they turn the lights out. In the darkest night, I search through the crowd. Your face is all that I see. Give you everything, baby, turn the lights out. Baby, love me lights out. You can turn my lights down. Ooh, baby, daylight's wasting. You better kiss me before time is run out. Yeah. Nobody sees what we see. They're just hopelessly easy. Baby, take me before they turn the lights out. Before time is run out. Baby, love me lights out. In the darkest night. I'll search through the crowd. Face is all that I see. Give you everything, baby, love me lights out. Baby, love me lights out. You can turn my lights out. Love you like EXO. You love me like EXO. You kill me like EXO. You love me like EXO. Give me everything, baby, love me lights out. Baby, love me lights out. You can turn my lights out. In the darkest night, search through the crowd. This is all that I see. Give you everything, baby, love me lights out. Baby, love me lights out. You can turn my lights out. Ooh, what was that other song by I do like this one. This one, okay. And oh, I like that one too. I got so many good songs. Be nice if I could sing them, huh? That would be good if I could sing them. Okay, let's do this one. See what other songs. I'll be dancing on my own. We all need a little shelter, just a little helper to get us by. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Do 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 do. I do sing. I call love. Da da da. till I'm in the grave, till I rot away, dead and buried, till I'm in the casket you carry. If you go, I'm going too, 'cause it was always you. Turning blue, please don't save me. Nothing left to lose without my baby. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know, said I never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever. It's forever, it's even better. I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. It might not be long, but baby, I'll love you till the day that I die. Till the day that I die. Till the light leaves my eyes. Till the day that I die. I want you to see how you look through me. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. You keep the compliments I throw you. You're so full of shit. And tell me it's a bit. Ooh, say you don't see it if your mind's polluted. Say you wanna quit, don't be stupid. And I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. It might not be long, but baby, I don't wanna say goodbye. I said I never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever. It's forever, it's even better. I knew you in another life. You had that same look in your eyes. Don't act so surprised. Don't wanna say goodbye. Don't wanna say goodbye. Actually, just thought of something. This stupid mic keeps keying up. And it's dropping me battery. It shouldn't be doing that. I'm trying to think if I could do a screen share. Actually, I can't. I could probably stick it over here. I'm going to show you guys this awesome artist I found. Whoops. Way better. I know I'm not a singer, but this person is. And I want to share them with you guys. I found them on YouTube. Yes. And I want you guys to hear this voice. If you guys... Okay, let me get to the videos. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely follow this YouTube channel. I'm going to do a screen share so you guys can see it. And then you can also hear. Okay, just waiting for it to load up. Why is it taking forever? Because while I was singing that song, they did a cover of it, but I want to share one of their originals. Okay. Let me do a screen share. Share screen. Entire screen. This one. And we should be able to do that. Okay. I'm going to bring it up to the screen. There we go. Oops. Add it again. There we go. All right. So if you guys can see, Her name is Jasmine Wesley. She has a YouTube channel. It's Jasmine Wesley, as you see right here. But you have to hear this voice. And again, like I said, just show some love and support. Like I said, I like to check out new artists and stuff. Hopefully, I don't get a strike or any copyright. Not trying to steal their content. I just want to share some stuff with you guys. But this is some of her new releases. This is one of my favorite songs. Right? It's called Is It Okay? But yeah, she sings Spanglish, so she does Spanish and English. But yeah, check this voice out. You guys are going to be blown away by this. All right, let's see. Give it a second to load. All right, listen to
Let's go. What if the walls fall down? But my soul is still. What if the fires
Hey, Liza.
exasperate all the love that we've known? Is it okay for me to say I'm not lonely when I'm alone? Is it okay with you? Is it okay with you?
That voice is amazing.
If our love could last forever, but my forever's not with you. They say don't sit by from the storm, but I like to watch the light fade into shadows, dancing on the floor. What if I break the promise I made? What if I let go? Is it okay for me to say I'm not lonely when I'm alone? Is it okay with you? Is it okay with you? If our love could last forever, but my forever's not with you. Is it okay with you? Is it okay with you? If our love could last forever, but my forever's not with you. Is it okay with you?
See, that voice, man. I don't. Let's go back to her page here. So I just want to show you guys. This was some of her new stuff. She's evidently working on an album that hopefully will come out this year. But yeah, she does live streams every day. And like I said, turn that ad off. But yeah, definitely go check out her stuff. And like I said, give her some support. She's got a good bunch of followers. Say 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think she's on TikTok and she has a Spotify too. But I'll show you, like, yeah, some of these songs are just amazing. And then if you hear her backstory, it's really impressive too. But yeah, where was, I think it was under videos. She does a lot of cover songs too, but her original stuff is good. I want to show you guys. Where was it? It just popped on my mind. So you get your records on. There's Valerie. That's a great one. But she did a version of, all of them are great. But let's see. Birds of a Feather. The song I just sang. I want you all to hear her version of it. It's really good. Where was it? There's Wicked Game. second. There it is. All right, check this one out. It's original. I like her voice. It's so original. It's very unique.
You to stay. I want you to stay till I'm in the grave, till I'm in the grave, till I got away, till I'm in the casket. If you go, I'm going to. 'Cause it was always you. If I'm turning the roof, please don't say nothing has to lose without my baby. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. No, I say I never think I wasn't better alone. Can change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's even better. I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could have been more. Might not be long, but baby, love you till the day that I die, till the day that I die, till the light is mine, till the day I die. I want you to see how you look to me. You wouldn't believe if I told you. You would keep the compliments I throw you, but you're so full of shit. Tell me it's a bit. Say you don't see mine's but say you wanna quit. Don't be stupid. And I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. Might not be long, but baby, I don't wanna say goodbye till the day I die, till the light leaves my eyes, till the day I die. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's even better. I knew you in another life. You had the same look in your eyes. I love you, don't act so surprised. I love you till the day I die.
Yeah, that's great, man. If you guys, like I said, you like the music and all that, definitely go over and give Jasmine Wesley some support. Like I said, I just found her. She popped up in my my feed, and I have to say, yeah, very, very talented person. Definitely keep an eye on her. And I'm gonna give you one more of her originals. And again, hopefully I don't get a copyright. If so, I apologize. I'm not trying to take views from Jasmine, but definitely go over to her channel. And this one is a really cool one. Because again, she sings Spanglish. Yeah, here we go. Check this one out. This will be my last one.
You say I'm vulnerable, but I'm just trying to find my flaws before you do.
Listen to the
You
lyrics.
say I'm kind, but I'm just softening the fall for when you learn the truth. Everything is tinted blue. Wanna see past my truth. It's hard to see what you do. Everything is tinted blue. Everything is tinted blue. Wanna see past my truth. It's hard to see what you do. Everything is tinted blue. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves con tus lentes. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves con tus lentes rosados. You say I've come so far, but I'm just scared of being left behind. You say I'm present, but I'm holding the moments before they're lost in time. Everything is tinted blue. Wanna see past my truth. It's hard to see what you do. Everything is tinted blue. Everything is tinted blue. Wanna see past my truth. It's hard to see what you do. Everything is tinted blue. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves con tus lentes rosados. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves con tus lentes rosados. Tengo ganas de verme así, ganas de verme así, con lentes rosados, lentes rosados. Tengo ganas de verme así, ganas de verme así, con lentes rosados, lentes rosados. Tengo ganas de verme así. I just wanna see what you see when you look at me. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves con tus lentes rosados. Quiero sentir lo que tú sientes cuando me ves así.
Amazing. All right. So we'll turn that one off. But definitely, yeah, check her out. That's Jasmine Wesley on YouTube. All right, let's get back to some karaoke. All right. Now I'm going to really sound horrible after that. All right, here we go. Again, I'm not a singer. I just like to have fun. Now let's try this one. A little fun. You and I in a little toy shop. Buy a bag of blues with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn. One by one, they were gone. Back at base, bugs in the software. Flash the message, something's out there floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by. Yeah! 99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic bells, it's red alert. Something here from somewhere else. War machine, it's bring to life. Opens up one eager eye, focusing it on the sky. 99 red balloons go by. 99 Decision Street, 99 ministers meet. Worry, worry, super scurry. Call out the troops now in a hurry. This is what we waited for. This is it, boys, it's time for war. President is on the line. 99 red balloons go by. Tricks by stir. Fights a thing that can't stir. Height inside floor, height below too. I don't know German. Reifen kriegen moten mat. One to down, get it all. Dyson in no so it go me. Wigan in 99 Lafaloo. $99 Lafaloo. $99 dreams I had, and every one a red balloon. It's all over, I'm standing pretty. Just the dust was the city. If I could find a souvenir, just to prove the world was here. Here it is, a red balloon. I think of you and I let it go. Ah, yeah. Some more 80s. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, still sitting here pouring drinks till they're gone. We did everything together, would it forever? How did we go wrong? I know that what goes up comes down. I didn't know you hit the ground. Why'd you have to give it up? Well, you were just a little girl. I'll never look into your blue eyes. Fly high, Michelle. We did it just for a good time. I misunderstood time. Live with a fear. I wish we still could have done things and not overhung things. Wish you were here. I know we'll live a life good things until a new life begins. Why'd you have to give it up? Well, you were just a little girl. I'll never look into your blue eyes. Fly high, Michelle. life, why'd you have to give it up? Well, you were just a little girl. I'll never look into your blue eyes. Fly high, Michelle. Had to give it up. Well, you were just a little girl. Oh yes, I like this one. It makes me happy. It makes me happy, happy.
Let's go.
Way out here, working on the docks. Everyone sees the long day through. What would I do without the nights and the phone and the chance just to talk to you? Oh, what would I do now? Just to talk to you, 1,000 miles away. What I wouldn't give for only one night, a little relief inside. Sometimes when times weren't so tight, when the day goes down on Watertown, when the sun sinks low all around, that's when I know I need you now. Yes, you're what I miss. Every little kiss, every little one, every little one. Everybody hears a number, not a name, but I guess it's alright with me. As I sit alone through a long day, in the absence of company, oh, let my mind wander. 1,000 miles away. What I wouldn't give for only one night, a little relief inside. Someday when times weren't so tight, when the day goes down on Watertown, when the sun sinks low all around, that's when I know. I like that song. Let's see, what other ones do we got here? Ooh, I like this one too. Good. Why is that? Ooh, Dianella. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I haven't heard this in a long time. Dream a little dream of me. Da, 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 da. this time. So turn 'em on, turn 'em on, turn on those sad songs. And all hope is gone, and all the sad songs they sing. Ooh, some people got to have it. Talking, do things, do things, do things. All right, I just pick a random song that I got in my playlist. All right, let's have some fun. I'm having fun. That's all that matters. I would climb any mountain, sail across the stormy sea, if that's what it takes me, baby, to show how much you mean to me. And I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime and spent my time so foolishly. And now that I found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. All my eyes can see. It feels like the first time, like it never did before. Feels like the first time, like we've opened up the door. Feels like the first time, like it never will again. Woo! Never again. It feels like the first time. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Open up the door. Oh yeah! It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. All right. Another classic. She broke down and let me in. Made me see where I've been. Been down one time, been down two times, never going back again. You don't know what it means to win. Come down and see me again. They go higher. Been down one time, been down two times, never going back again. Alright, let's see.
Acoustic heaven.
I was standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide. Lost and lonely, now you're giving me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. Don't you worry, sometimes you just gotta let it ride. The world is changing right before your eyes. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I would die for you, climb the highest mountain. Baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. something real quick. Go back to the library. I gotta use the little boy's room. So I'm going to play and trying to pull up a playlist here. This is some Halloween music I created last year. So I'll just do this and I'll be right back.
Creaking floorboards whisper low. Mentors heights where no one knows. Shadows flicker, eyes aglow. Screams hum, the static calls. Behind the lens, the darkness sprawls. Mentors lurking, laughing, fly high beneath the moonless sky. He's the scream you can't deny. Mentors awaits, you wonder why. Clock stop ticking, time stands still. Every upload's a chilling thrill. Voice like echoes from the hill. Is he a phantom, flesh or dream? Caught between the cracks unseen. Your clicks awaken something mean. Mentors lurking, laughing, fly high beneath the moonless sky. He's the scream you can't deny. Mentors awaits, you wonder why. Clock stop ticking, time stands still. Every upload's a chilling thrill. Voice like echoes from the hill. Is he a phantom, flesh or dream? Caught between the cracks unseen. Your clicks awaken something mean. Mentors lurking, laughing, fly high beneath the moonless sky. He's the scream you can't deny. Mentors awaits, you wonder why. Creaking floorboards whisper low. Mentors hides where no one knows. Shadows flicker, eyes aglow. Screens hum, the static calls. Behind the lens, the darkness sprawls. Mentors lurking, laughing, fly underneath the moonlit sky. He's the scream you can't deny. Mentors wait, you wonder why. Clock stop ticking, time stands still. Every upload's a chilling thrill. Voice like echoes from the hill. stream. Caught between the cracks unseen, your clicks awaken something mean. Mentors lurking, laughing sly underneath the moonlit sky. He's the scream you can't deny. Mentors wait, you wonder why. Do I? Clock stop ticking, time stands still. Every upload's a chilling thrill. Voice like echoes from the hill. Is he a phantom flex? You wonder why. Clock stop ticking, time stands still. Every upload's a chilling thrill. Your clicks away of on the hill. Is he a phantom flex? You wonder why. Click the link if you dare collide. Run, 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 it's Mentor's night. Cameras rolling in the pale moonlight. Slash and laugh, the views ignite. This channel's cursed, it bites, it bites. Bites, it bites. Bites, it bites. Upload terror, pixel by pixel, slicing beats like a viral sickle. Bloody thumbnails flashing wide. Click the link if you dare collide. Run, 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 it's Mentor's night. Cameras rolling in the pale moonlight. Slash and laugh, the views ignite. This channel's cursed, it bites, it bites. 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 Creeping like a shadow, screams that don't quit. Shades in the dark, it's the end, this is it. Mentors in the dungeon, screens flicker blue. Comments in the dark, who's watching you? Eyes wide, hands cold, keyboard froze. Every click a scream, every stream composed. 80s battle scratch, spirits in the wires. Dubstep drops like the devil's choir. Algorithms twist, drag you in the loop. Views go up, but so does the news. Shedding mentors, mentors under moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors, mentors, can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine. Mentors, mentors under moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors, mentors, can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine. Neon blood drips, pixelated gore. Chains of the comments, they lock the door. Upload or perish, whispers in the mist. Each video a curse, the devil's playlist. Glitch in the system, haunted by the fame. 80s cuts sliced up, step drops main. Shadows of the haters crawl up the wall. Mentors can't hide, he answers the call. Tap, 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 the ghost in the keys. Subscribers haunt, never let him breathe. Looped in a nightmare, can't shut it down. Dubstep roars as the spirits surround. Check mentors, mentors under moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors, mentors, can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine. Mentors, mentors under moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors, mentors, can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine. Of the night, echoes through the crypt. Dubstep rails, mentors on a deadly trip. Creeping like a shadow, screams that don't quit. Shades in the dark, it's the end, this is it. Mentors in the dungeon, screens flicker blue. Comments in the dark, who's watching you? Eyes wide, hands cold, keyboard froze. Every click a scream, every stream composed. 80s battle scratch, spirits in the wires. Dubstep drops like the devil's choir. Algorithms twist, drag you in the loop. Views go up, but so does the news. Chanting mentors, mentors under moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors, mentors can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine. Neon blood drips, pixelated gore. Chains of the comments, they lock the door. Upload or perish, whispers in the mist. Each video a curse, the devil's playlist. Clips in the system, haunted by the fame. 80s cut sliced up, step drops main. Shadows of the haters, crawl up the wall. Mentors can't hide, he answers the call. Tap, 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 the ghost in the keys. Subscriber's heart, never let him breathe. Looped in a nightmare, can't shut it down. Dubstep roars as the spirits surround. Chanting mentors on the moonlit skies. Echoes of the dead in the midnight cries. Mentors can't escape the screen. Every like and sub just fuels the machine.
All right. I'm back. I'm about to go take a little smoke break. Yeah, I'm just burning some hours on my StreamYard because I got nothing better else to do. And I want to, let's see. I'm going to do a little bit of a talkie right now, I guess. And I want to show you guys some stuff I've been working on. Pull this up. Bring this over here. Okay. And I think if I switch the account. Okay. And let me open up this. I'm going to open up an AI because I want to show you guys a project I've been working on. If anybody's interested. If not, that's fine. This is some of the stuff I've been working on since I've been away for a while. So people were wondering, hey, why haven't I been doing karaoke and stuff? I got a pretty good project I've been working on here. Okay. Now let's pull this down here. Oops. And I'll share my screen in just a second. Be nice if this would. Okay. Pull this up on the stage. All right. So, I got a new YouTube channel that I'm getting ready to launch. I got some videos already made. But, yeah, I'm going to be doing more of a theology, and we'll say maybe some, theology, philosophy, and it's kind of like an apologetics channel. Because if those that don't know, there's a lot of content that's been on, the YouTubes that's, having talks about Christian faith. So I decided, I think I'll throw my hat in the ring and we'll have some conversations and topics that I found very interesting, and also being able to use apologetics and defend my faith. So the new channel that I'm going to be launching is called Genial Discourse, and it's out on YouTube. And like I said, I'll have videos and stuff that'll be posted. And just to give you an idea of some of the topics that we're going to be covering, this one I'll probably add on mentors because this is more of a tech topic, but different topics. So like this one, I already got the outline, everything all planned out here. Let's see if it comes up. This is my script, but as you see, it's the rapture and Darby. Okay, and then we're going to cover one on free will. And I got another one here. What is truth? And that's going to be the first little video of the content that I'm already creating. And if we scroll down, these are some other topics that we'll have here. If I can. Being dumb. Let's see. I don't want to scroll for some reason. Grab it. I don't know why it's not wanting to scroll. Okay, say free will. What is truth? This is a response to a video that I saw online. Slavery was worse than Jesus' crucifixion. Very interesting clickbait title, you know. And let's see, we got, let's see. Where's another title? It'd be nice if it would scroll. It's being a pain for some reason. But yeah, I'm going to be covering a lot of, like I said, different Christian topics. And hopefully have others engage and join with me on the Genial Discourse channel. As you see, we're going to explore meaningful topics with curiosity and clarity. And new videos will be every week. So that's what I've been doing on my free time. And I also have some other content that's going to be coming, which will be more cybersecurity, some hacking stuff. I know I've been saying, hey, I've been working on stuff. I actually have been, and I actually got a pretty good bunch of material that I'll be covering. So if you guys are into cybersecurity or OSINT, open source intelligence, or if you're into networking and all that, that's going to be on mentors. Because I'm trying to kind of ease out of the whole karaoke thing. Like I said, I just do that mainly just for fun, something to pass the time. But I want to do something a little bit more productive and something more engaging. And that's why I think having discussions and talks will be actually really good. So definitely, if you guys are interested in those type of topics, come and check out Genial Discourse and the conversations we'll be having. And the person that motivated me was a person, well, we'll just leave them, not even mention them. But we'll just say they're the one that kind of, got me engaged to want to do some rebuttals and some replies. I was wanting to do it maybe in a debate form, but I decided, nah, you know what? Let's just go through not just biblical scriptures, but historical and actual facts, right, that can be proven. And as well, rebuttal claims that some people make that believe that they're accurate when historically, no, they're not accurate. And we're going to have not only just the science to back it up, we're going to have the history to back it up, and we'll also have images. I was going to do some AI, but I decided, you know what, I'm kind of getting a little burnt out of the AI videos. I don't know about you guys, but when you're watching YouTube, a lot of videos now have, become a lot of AI topics. So I just want to just go back to having, cordial and respectful conversations with other people about random topics. And like I said, they will be, I guess, hot topics, because I notice a lot of people online like to debate and sit here and spread their views and opinions without any actual historical claims or evidence to back up anything that they say. And yeah, I just think it'd be more engaging. So that's one of my ventures that I'm definitely working on. And I'm trying to think what else that I've been working on, if anybody's interested. I'm at the 2 hour mark, so again, I'm just still trying to burn some hours. So, oh, yeah. If you noticed here, on some of the tech stuff, macro hard. If you guys haven't heard about it, let's see, we might be able to look it up here. And I was thinking I might do some reaction videos and stuff like that. Because again, yeah, the karaoke and stuff, it's been fun, but you know, you can only sing so many songs. And I don't want to be kind of labeled and put in a little box, right? So I want to show people a little bit more of my creative side and hopefully maybe just make content that's beneficial for other people, you know? But see if you guys have seen this. See, macro card. If you guys haven't seen it, Microsoft is plummeting. And a lot of people are leaving because, you know, they're very upset about Windows 11. And I totally understand. I'm running Zorin OS, if you guys are into Linux and stuff. And if you're kind of tired of the whole Microsoft and all the nonsense that's going on with them, and the spying and the AI and giving us, you know, what is say, features that we didn't ask for, right? So that's what they always say. It's a feature, right? It's more of an annoyance, and it's more for spying and gathering data and information. But Elon Musk, if you guys don't know, is actually, I thought it was like, oh, this was just the, because we had the micro slop, right, that was going around, everybody was making the comments and all that. Well, now we've got a project that Elon Musk is working on called MacroHard. It's a joint AI project announced by Elon Musk combining xAI's Grok LLM and Tesla's Digital Optimus to create an autonomous AI agent system capable of simulating entire software companies. What has Microsoft become? A software company. And they've been a giant for so long. If you guys remember back in the 80s, we had a company called IBM, which was pretty much dominant all across the market. Well, eventually the giants do fall. And again, we have so many competitors out there, but Microsoft pretty much has just gotten so big that they just kind of forgot the end user, right? And they don't, I feel like they're kind of taking us for granted, right? We've had people, and again, I've actually engaged on some of it, you know, to where it's like they don't take our feedback. Like open source community, I've been involved in that. And like, yeah, there's a lot of cool projects that are out there and other operating systems. A lot of them are Linux, which is, you know, some people still to this day, oh, it's Linux, it's very complicated, but no, it runs just as smooth, actually better than Microsoft. It don't eat up all your resources. You can run it on old hardware. And yeah, I'm going to be making some videos to kind of cover that. You guys probably have seen content on YouTube, so I'm just going to kind of drop my hat into the ring and kind of just share a couple operating systems, different features that each one offers, and how it might be beneficial to you and the end user. But this one is really interesting because, see, using real-time screen analysis and AI agents, it aims to automate complex white-collar tasks, such as coding and spreadsheets, aimed at disrupting traditional software companies. And if we scroll here, see, purpose. The project aims to build an AI white-collar worker capable of managing enterprise software, writing code, and answering customer service tickets without human intervention. The technology is going to pair xAI's Grok, which that's one of the main AIs that I like to use, way better than ChatGPT, as a navigator or a master conductor with Digital Optimus, an AI agent that processes your screen, your keyboard, and mouse actions. The partnership, it is a joint initiative between Tesla and xAI, partly stemming from Tesla's investment in xAI, and utilizes Tesla's A1 or AI4 hardware, the functionality. Now, I know people might have their views on Elon Musk, but at the end of the day, to me, I will say he's revolutionary. I mean, if you think about it, people say, oh, he's stupid. He don't know. I'm like, what are they even talking about, right? Elon Musk, if you look at all the things he's created that's changed society, when you go from SpaceX, you go to Tesla, you go to his early days with PayPal, and now, like I said, you got Grok, you've got Starlink. I mean, he's the Thomas Edison of our time. See, his partnership, right here. The functionality, it's similar to autonomous driving. It uses continuous screen perception to navigate software applications and make decisions. Context, the name is a humorous take on Microsoft, referencing the intention to automate hard software tasks. The project has been characterized as a significant step toward AI automating white-collar job functions with potential to develop software faster and cheaper than human teams. So all the coders and I'll just say people need to be very diverse on, I'll just say broaden their skill sets. As you see, routers, Musk unveils joint Tesla AI project MicroHard. March 11, 2026. Let's see. So if people are looking for new careers or maybe upcoming software or technology you might want to invest in or, engage in, this looks like a really fun project to work with. So if we look through the article here, on March 11th, Reuters, Elon Musk on Wednesday unveiled a joint project between Tesla and his artificial intelligence startup xAI, which he called MacroHard, or a digital optimist, and said that it was a system capable of emulating the functions of software companies. You'll understand how revolutionary this will be. If you see right here, capable of emulating the functions of software companies. So if you think of all the people that it takes and the teams that it takes to create just the functions of software, right? You can downsize this now with an AI agent. So again, I understand a lot of people could possibly lose their jobs over this, but if you look at the technology, it's actually a way benefiting us as an end user. Because if you think of a Microsoft or an Apple, they have been, they're so large that they've now become, replaceable, especially when they don't listen to their end users. In a post on social media platform X, Musk said that the project pairs AI's Grok, a large language model, acting as a high-level navigator, with Tesla-developed AI agent that processes real-time computer screen video and keyboard and mouse actions. So if you kind of think about it, we're going to have an AI, because we're talking about an operating system here as well, that you're going to be able to run on your computer that's going to now be able to function as you. It's going to emulate your behaviors, right? So therefore, I don't know. I think it's very, very interesting. So they stay up to date with the latest news, blah, 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 blah. Let's look down here. The launch of Anthropic's Claude, if you guys are familiar with Claude, cowork, which can perform a range of computer-based tasks autonomously, has already spooked software investors who fear that the agentic AI can disrupt established business models. Like a Microsoft? Maybe even a Google? How about Apple? Musk xAI was previously building MacroHard as an AI project that would allow developers to simulate software creations by companies like Microsoft. Now you're thinking, why is he targeting Microsoft? Because if we actually look at the numbers, let's see if we can actually look this up about Microsoft. See if this comes up here. Let's see. So right now, Microsoft Corporation, $414.20 USD, showing that it's up 1.57%. But let's look at the trends here. Here's stocks for Microsoft, right? And again, I'm not an investor or anything else like this, but like I said, you can kind of follow trends. So as you see, starting up high, come up, and it evens out, right? Can we see? Okay, that's a 1 day. Let's look here in the last 6 months. Look at that. Just in the last 6 months for Microsoft. So we start here at 500. And look at this. Steady, steady, up. Look at this plummeting. Look at this plummeting. Now it looks like it's making an uptick. Now why would this be? If we look, December 25, February 26. You do remember Windows 11's been around for a while, but we'll just say a lot of changes that was going on when they gave us Copilot and other features that, again, we didn't ask for. People started leaving Microsoft. And again, to what other operating systems? I don't know. Linux is one of them. That I definitely know. Because let's see, and you understand, Microsoft owns the largest share when it comes to operating systems, right? But let's look here. Let's look at Linux shares. Linux shares are primarily managed using Samba SMB for the Windows. Okay, no. Let's think. Linux market and operating systems compared to Windows. As of early 2026, Windows dominates the global desktop operating system market with approximately 60 to 72% share, while Linux holds a much smaller yet growing 3 to 5% share. Now, this is big for Linux, because again, Linux has always been kind of on the, I guess, the fringes, right? But the thing is, now it's starting to do an uptick. Having recently crossed 6% in the US, while Windows remains the standard for business and gaming for now, Linux has matured into a strong alternative, particularly popular among developers and within tech-focused sectors. Now, if we look here, it gives us a little breakdown. Grab this. So if you see here, desktop market share, the breakdown, right? Approximately on 2026. Windows, 60% to 72%. Mac OS, 13 to 14%. Linux is 3 to 5%. With higher usage in specific regions like the US. Chrome OS is 1.5 to 1.8%. You know, Chrome, that's built by Google. So, if we look at the market share, right? 3 to 5% for Linux. And if you guys don't understand, a lot of your devices, Android and all that, if you look under the hood, it's built on Linux. Almost every corporation and servers abroad, right? Built on Linux. So if you may not know it, you are using Linux. So if we look at market position, Windows holds the overwhelming majority of the desktop market, while Linux is firmly in third place, trailing both Windows and Mac OS. Growth trends. Linux has experienced steady growth, breaking 5% in the US market, driven partly by the popularity of the Steam Deck and the open source community. User base. Windows is the default for corporate environments. Now let me see here. I'm going to look up something here. This will give you guys an idea. I want to see what the popular Linux distros are right now. Mint I know is a big one because these are Windows replacements, okay? So let's go. Microsoft Windows 11 replacements for Microsoft Windows 11. Let's do Linux. Because again, there's always Apple, right? Let's see. Top Linux replacement for Windows 11 includes Linux Mint, which that's what I thought. The Cinnamon Edition for a traditional stable layout. Notice, Zorin OS. This is what I've been running. And if you guys, it's smooth, it's clean, and anybody who's coming over from the Windows environment to Linux, I'm going to tell you it's seamless. You will feel very comfortable and at home. So even if you haven't used Linux and some people are like intimidated, especially older people, I'll just say if you got older hardware and you had issues with Windows 11 saying it can install, which more than likely it can, it's a resource hog. It's running a whole bunch of AI. And with Zorn, you don't have to deal with all the AI. You actually get your operating system back where you get control over it instead of having, you know, a corporate giant decide they know what's best for you, right? And the thing is, on Windows 11, features you turn off, especially when they do their updates, they keep turning these features back on after you turned them off, right? Your updates, I don't want some of these updates. I don't want some of this. I use Windows because of work. I have to do it. But the majority of the time, I'm using Linux as my daily driver. Because if you look here, see Zorn OS 18 for a polished premium experience, and Winix based on Ubuntu. Ubuntu is another very popular flavor of Linux for a near identical Windows 11 aesthetic. These options provide a familiar interface, often without the need for strict hard requirements like TPM. So if we see here, you know what, I might be able to do a, yeah, I'm going to do a remote connection, and I want you guys, I'll show you guys, like I said, if you want to see Zorn OS, we'll do a little live demonstration real quick. Give me 1 second. Gonna take this screen share off. Be nice if I could use the right mouse. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do a remote connection real quick, and I'll get us in to and if you guys want, we might do some tech stuff too. If y'all like some OSINT, open source intelligence, on how to look up information about yourself, I can show you just a few things if you'd like to see. All right, let's see. I think I got this still open. Okay, let me look over here on this computer. Let's see if I got this. Make sure it's open. Okay. I'm just going off the fly now. All right. I'm opening my remote software up here. Okay. So if we come back over here. Okay, I'm going to connect. Okay, here we go. Minimize this down. All right. And see if I get back to this screen. All right. And all right. Share my screen again. All right. Here we go. So as you guys see, this is Zorn OS. Don't worry about this up here at the top. Like I said, this is just the remote connection software that I'm using. This is called Rust Desk. So it's a way that you can remote and connect to different computers and all that. So just to kind of give you an idea here, this is the browser that I'm running. This is Brave. If you notice right here, you got your files. So if you open this up, it's like File Explorer. Very, very similar to Windows. So as you see here, these are my folders and my documents. I'm using the dark theme. But as you see here, you got your desktop folders, your documents, your downloads, your games and ROMs. That's for me because I do some old retro gaming. Here's a malware lab that I created. You got some music, you got your pictures, blah, 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 blah. So if you see here, it's pretty much the exact same way if you guys are familiar with Windows, right? You would be able to see here and navigate your file structure. So we can bring this back down. Come here, you got a store. This is the software store. Think of it like, a Google Play Store, right? Give it a second. All right. So what's cool with this is I could go deeper when we start talking about packs and all that. But what we're going to do here is, let's say you are looking for alternative software, because this is what it comes. Now, I don't got a raw version here. But like I said, if you click here, be like your start button, shows you all the applications, right? Some of these I've installed, but a lot comes straight out of the box. So you see, you get your system monitoring tools that you have here. You get your terminal, which would be like your command prompt. It's a lot more powerful that you can do here. You got your different system utilities. So if we click here, as you see here, we got advanced network configurations. You got your backups. You got your disk, so you can see your space is being used. And we come here. You got different characters you can use. You got your fonts. You can change your settings. And like I said, it's very personalized. So if you look here, here's your contacts, Anki, that don't come with it. These are just flashcards I use for classes. You got your clocks. You can play video games on here. And again, I'm not much of a video game person, but yeah, like I said, if you got the hardware and stuff, it plays very well. And again, not as expensive resource. AnyDesk, this is remote control software, a remote desktop. If we look here, let's see. Show you a couple other things here. Cherry Tree, this is some of my hacking stuff. FileZilla, you wouldn't have that. GNS, this is more lab stuff. GNS3, you got your Steam Deck, so if you are into video games and stuff, you can load Steam on here. But what's great about this store is we can look up different types of software, right? So if you're looking for, so this is the installed. This is what I got installed on here. But if you hit the Explore button, right, we can click here. And now you just type in what you're looking for. So let's say we're looking for Word, right? It'll give us alternatives. I'm sorry that it's running really slow, because it automatically comes loaded with, what is it called? I don't really use it that much. The Office Suite. So let's see if I come back over here. We'll type in Office. Come on. Be nice if it would find stuff. My computer's running really slow. So here, let's see, work. Let's look at work, okay? So this is work software. I think it's my connection. Yeah, the circle of doom. Yeah, exactly. Now, it's because I'm remoted in, and I'm eating bandwidth by, I got OBS open, I got a lot of stuff that's running here in the background. So if you see here, these are just different web tools. You can look at different pieces here. So different types of software. So Bobby, see, SQLite database. You got Cherry Studio, a powerful AI assistant for producer. You got your Google Chrome, which, like I said, if you want to use Google, whatever. I use Brave. Brave's way more secure. You got Zen. Another, yeah, make your browser faster. Let's see what other little things they got here. And scroll down. Microsoft Edge, nobody wants that garbage. And let's see. I wish it would find a software. What is OpenOffice, right? LibreOffice. I think it's actually already installed on here. But again, you would type in stuff. It'll give you recommendations, right, of different Microsoft alternatives. But if I look here, I want to say it's on here. It's preloaded. See, this is stuff I've got, and I'll just break it down real quick for you. I got virtual machines that I use for my classes, so like VMware runs perfectly fine on here. Visual Studio Code, so if you guys are into coding and stuff, you can use this as your editor. They got a thing called Zorin Connect, which is already loaded on here, which will let you sync different devices. So like say on your phone, on a computer, whatever, you can use Zorin Connect and it'll connect all your devices. So now you can share your files from your phone over to your computer, from your computer over to your phone. It's really neat the way they got it set up. I'm running Grok, as you see here, Grok Desktop. Wireshark, this is for networking, network monitoring. Time shift, I'm not really sure what that is. You got your Bluetooth on here. This is pretty cool. On the Zorin Appearance, this is what you get straight out of the box, okay? They do got a pro version that you guys can do, but Zorin OS 18 is the latest build. But you can pay for a pro version, which gives you some extra features if you want to do more like a Windows look and stuff. But if you see here, we got themes, right? So, actually, let's do the layout again. So if you see here, you can change. If I change this, it should. Yeah, see? This is more like a Windows XP, right? We click here. Come here. Yeah, I don't like that one. This would be more like, what is this, Window? I guess more like a Mac. If you kind of look at this one. Here's your icons. Notice how everything changed down here at the bottom. And if we click here, see it's kind of that same type of layout. If you're coming from like the Mac world. This one, I think this is like a tablet view. Yeah, see. This is more like a tablet view. I don't really like tablets and stuff. But you can also get more desktop layouts. So if you look here, you can change, like I said, all your settings on the way that your bar, your start button, all that. And then if you're also into coding and stuff, you can do like vibe coding, which is really cool. Now again, most users coming from the Windows world, there's your calculator. This would be more similar, probably what you would use, unless you want to go back to your little start button. Then, you know, you got your little pop-ups and all this stuff here. So, to show you a neat little feature. Now, this is where people get scared off, right? If you see here, Mentors, Pavilion Desktop. This is an old Pavilion Desktop. This computer that's running down here has probably got like 8 gigs of memory. That thing's probably 10, 12 years old. It couldn't run Windows 11, supposedly, right? Because it didn't meet the requirements and specs. The thing is, you can probably have a computer, I say it's about 15 years old. You can run Zorin on there. If you remember computers back in the day when we had like maybe 2 gigs of memory on it. Again, hard drive space, but again, very limited. But I'm letting you know, it'll run smoothly. Right behind this computer, I got an old iMac computer. This thing right there is probably 15 years or older. It don't support any iOS, right? Any more updates. I couldn't update anymore. The hardware was too old. I'm running Zorin on it now. Because again, if you got old equipment, why throw them into a landfill when you can still get use out of them? And the thing is, you can still browse the internet. You can look at your Facebook, especially if you're just an average person. But the thing is, it's very powerful and different things you could do. This would be similar like Windows, right? Your command prompt. This is called the terminal that we use here, right? So same thing. If you give it like, say, directories, right? You're manually doing it. Now the thing is, average person, you do get more control and power when you're using the terminal. And especially if you're into cybersecurity and stuff, you're definitely going to be using the terminal. If you're a developer or an engineer, you're going to be using the terminal. Average person coming over, though, more than likely, you're never going to ever have to touch the terminal. Unless, like I said, you want to get online, you find some software and you're like, oh, you know, like a GitHub repo. You just copy, clone it, You see here, post it, it'll automatically install everything, gets it all going for you and all that. Now, just transparency, a lot of people say, well, what if I have troubleshooting issues or I have other technical issues, right? I don't know about you guys, even with Microsoft, unless you pay for Microsoft support, they're not going to help you either. The thing is, with Linux communities, they're very, depending on the distribution, are very open. They're end users like you, as well as the engineers who help create and develop the software. They're a very helpful community. Nobody's gatekeeping. Nobody's trying. There are some pricks out there, but the majority of people, if you have an decent question, they got great forums. They got great support documentation. There's nothing to be afraid of. Because I'm letting people know, buyer's remorse, the way that Microsoft's going, remember after Windows 10, there was not going to be any more Windows. But now here we are at Windows 11. There's going to be a Windows 12. Eventually, that's going to come down the pike. They have invested so hard in AI right now, like most people are doing. Pretty much the motto is this: you don't have an operating system no more. Your operating system does not belong to you. It belongs to Microsoft. And that, what was it called again? Copilot. That was the biggest piece of trash, an invasion of someone's privacy I've ever seen. Because if you don't know what Copilot did, tell me if this sounds like a great idea. I'm an engineer, and I'm going to create an operating system. But I'm going to make this assistant for you called Copilot. And what it's going to do is around every 15, 20 seconds, it's going to take a screenshot of your desktop, and it's going to, monitor your activities on your computer. Now you could say, oh, well, that's actually good. And it'll back stuff up and put it in the cloud for convenience, right? But at the end of the day, where is that being stored, right? And if you look at the telemetry data that is gathering and stuff, who's it sending it back to? Microsoft. Do you work at Microsoft? Do you know anybody at Microsoft? Do you want them to have, I don't know, whatever you do online? And again, as adults, you can do whatever you want. But again, I don't know if I'm a big fan of a tech company that I don't know and some engineers. And then, yeah, like I said, there was a scandal that we'll just say some information that got released with some people to where, because I've seen it in just PC repair and stuff like that. You take your computer to a repair shop, right? You understand they have access to everything on your computer. Now, morally and ethically, you would think, yeah, they might see stuff, but they're there to remove malware or viruses or, install some software for you. But little dark secret that people don't know, if they can access everything on your computer now, you understand it is illegal for them to remove anything from your computer, right? Put it on a flash drive or whatever. Let's say you might have some, I don't know, some pictures or something that maybe you don't want the whole world to see, right? Well, they've seen it. And I've seen PC shops to where, yeah, the guys will sit here and share and, hey, come over here, look at this. And there was many situations that I've seen where people actually went to jail to where, I don't want to mention the name of a company, but they're a very large company. If you've ever been to Best Buy, there's a very large company that helps do PC repair. There was a big investigation on some tech guys that decided, hey, they're going to back up other people's information, right? And use it for their own personal use. And then they put it out on the internet. I don't know about you, that's an invasion of somebody's privacy. And I think that's highly illegal and morally and ethically completely wrong. Now imagine this on a bigger scale. We got a Microsoft who's going to play Big Brother and watch everything that you do online. Now, if people think, oh, that's a great thing, and people might like AI. I like AI too, but I don't think it needs to be this intrusive. They're putting it in everything. And the worst part, hey, what's up, Khalid? And the worst part that's going on and stuff is, I get it that people want to make money, but if people need to realize privacy is dead, it's not coming back. And if you think that they haven't went far enough, there's so much more that's coming down the pike. And I keep trying, and again, I'm not trying to fearmonger people with AI. It's here. The genie's out of the bottle, okay? It's a very good assistant. The thing is, And this is what I told people before. After COVID, if you guys remember COVID and those lockdowns and those non-essential jobs, right? If that's you, you're replaced by AI already. The warehouse jobs, all this stuff, the robots, everything, it's already in production. Where I live, we got these drones flying all over from Amazon, just dropping packages. Y'all understand what that means? They need less drivers. And now since they got autonomous vehicles and stuff, they can deliver the packages that way. Those jobs are going bye-bye. When you went to the self-checkouts at the Walmart and stuff, now when we start implementing AI and stuff into it, you understand, this is getting bigger, 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 bigger. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell people freak out and we're all going to be replaced by the robots and that's the end of the world. No. The thing is, though, the world changes and you need to evolve with the technology. And if you don't, especially if you're in the workforce, unless you got a skill, and when I say a skill, think of something physically that a robot can't do, right? Because right now, AI is more of an assistant, right? It can do multiple wide range of things. Call centers, bye-bye. If you guys haven't noticed, when you start calling companies now, you're not even talking to a sales representative, a support desk. Who are you talking to? AI. Hi. You get the phone calls, right? Those jobs are gone. And people say, oh, but they're just limiting it down. If you look at the trends that we're seeing online, just look it up and Google it. Many jobs. Banking. Think of, again, COVID. All those non-essential jobs. Do you need a bank? No. A teller? No. Everything's automated, right? We don't need that no more. Car lots, a salesman. Do we really need them either? No, you can buy this stuff online. Now me, I'm old school. I like to physically go see the vehicle I'm going to purchase and all that. But some people don't. But the thing is, I'm just trying to, as I see people my age, I'm 54. I see people my age just trying to freak everybody out. It's the end of the world. We're going to be replaced by AI. No. If you go back to, let's say, the assembly line, right? The Model T Ford. Once the assembly line came out, it was mass production, right? We didn't need to have all these guys sitting around working on one car and assembling it one at a time. We got an assembly line, right? Well, now we move to a situation in the world right now and stuff to where everything, the majority of things can be automated. And statistically, if people really want a wake-up call, we're going to say good 40 to 50% of your jobs, not just here in the United States, around the world, are gone. They've automated you out. And think about it. You're a business person, right? I got an enterprise, or let's say a Walmart or whatever. Yeah, why do I want to pay employees health insurance when they're going to get sick? They can't be there 24/7. The main thing you got to think about is the electric cost it's going to cost to run this infrastructure and the amount of investment. But if you look on the return on investment, it's way better. When somebody's sick and out of work, a disgruntled employee, right? I have to train these people. I have to do time. Why would I need to do any of that when I got AI that can easily do that for me? And we can automate it. And I might still need a team, but do I need a team of 300 people? No, I might need a team of like 5, 10 people that can, monitor and supervise. Now, this is the thing I'm figuring out, just like most people. Where do you fit into this picture? If you have a job, a low-skilled job, and I'm not putting people down with lower-skilled jobs. I did that too. I worked retail for 15 years. I say here, I've done a wide range of jobs. If you do not have a skill that cannot be automated, so I would just say we need to go back into the trades. If you're a plumber, guess what? People might say, oh yeah, plumbers, yeah, their job's not going to be replaced. That is a very technical skilled job. How about creating homes? Well, we can fabricate homes and stuff, but guess what? You still kind of need the workers that can actually do the labor and job, right? Now again, might eventually have robots that can pick up the plywood or not, but still going to have that engineer developer. But the biggest hit that I see that's going on in the markets right now is the middle. the middle leadership, supervisors, right? Managers. Why do we need to pay all these people? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. If I'm running a business, yeah, I'm going to cut my costs. Why am I going to pay all these middle management people when, what can I do? I can put AI in their place. All I need is maybe one manager to supervise to make sure that the information that's being provided or the services and stuff is being checked. Do I need a whole team of engineers? No. So that's the thing people need to realize. If you build your skill set, don't be afraid of AI. Embrace it. Especially if you're in one of those types of jobs. Grocery stores, do y'all remember during COVID? Oh yeah, we had all these kids that was working longer. Not even just kids, it's people that was working these long hours having to stock shelves. Do we really need people to stock shelves anymore? No. I live in Florida and they talk about, oh, we need all these immigrants, to pick the tomato. We don't need that. Things are automated. And then if you say, oh, you're racist because, no, it's not being racist, being realistic. People who pick vegetables. Now, again, fishermen, we need those people, but there are boats and ships and stuff that go out. And that's the problem where I'm looking at, to where you're going to have the haves and the have-nots. In America, we have a thing called the middle income, right? The middle income class. The thing is, they're being pushed and just ripped apart. You got the rich and then you got the poor. Sad to say, the people that don't have skills, and I do feel like my government, again, I'm not trying to be super political here, but I feel like my government should invest in the future and technology. Because a lot of people, at my age and stuff, I'm pretty much settled in my career. But when you got younger people, they got these degrees that are worthless. And now they got all this school loan debt that's going to be, they got to pay it back. It's not going to be forgiven. They might as well get that notion out of their mind. But again, you're getting skills that are not practical in 2026. And people say, oh, it's just a tech problem. Just to let people know, coders are losing their jobs. There's tons of coders. Y'all remember during the time when, what was it, the layoffs and all, and everybody's like, oh, learn to code. They thought that was real funny. Well, guess what? It's flipped on them now. These people that think they had these specialty tech jobs and stuff, same thing, networking engineers, all this stuff, there's not that big of a demand anymore. It can all be automated. Now, again, is it perfect? No. You need people with skill sets that have the knowledge to see here. Because we're starting to notice people are, hey, who's that? Amias. Or Amias. But I'm starting to notice a trend to where people are being lazy, right? Everybody's using AI. Everybody's wanting to do this and do this. When you do understand, it's like the smartphone. When the smartphone came out, I grew up in a time when we actually remembered phone numbers. We remembered people, right? If you lost your phone, most people don't even know their own phone number to call themselves. We're being very lazy. Nobody's using logic and critical thinking anymore. We're relying off all these phones and all this AI to where, and again, this is just my personal opinion. At first, I thought it was really interesting, right? But it's not really creative anymore. The thing is, I love about this, like, content in general, right? If you guys been watching YouTube and stuff lately, and even other social media, AI is everywhere. You think you're watching a video and then you realize it's not even a real person. It's telling us some story by some AI character. You think anybody's fact checking any of this information that they're being spoon fed? No, because we are in a less than a 15-minute, what to say, a brain span of 15 minutes, like attention, right? That people just, move on. They read headlines. Nobody reads articles anymore. And it's really scary to be truthful. Before I was thinking, oh, it's the younger generation. No, I see people my age doing this stuff. Hey, did you hear this? Did you hear this? And I'm like, they'll send me something, let's say on Facebook or whatever. And when you look at it, you're like, are they being serious? Did they ever read and go through stuff? You all probably seen it too, We see A famous movie star, oh, they got murdered or there's some trial or court going on. Even if you went and just Googled it, you'll realize a lot of it's scams, it's fraud. And this is the one thing that makes me very concerned is that the hacking now. We're using AI for hacking. We understand the scammers are using this same technology. And this stuff is starting to get really dangerous because we're not being able to tell the difference between an actual real human and an AI. Older senior people, and it's not just older. I've seen some of these that where you honestly think it's legit. But these scammers are using the same technology. I don't care how old you are, yes, you could fall for these scams. The phishing emails, all that. So on my cyber side of things, that's what I'm going to start concentrating on. Showing people how to try to defend yourself or just educate yourself on what to look for, right? But the main thing, logic and critical thinking. This is lacking. We used to call it common sense, but common sense ain't so common anymore. Because I mean, seriously, there's some ridiculous stories out there. Well, that's my opinion, and it's not about opinion. There's things called reality. And if people don't take the time to do it, and I'm speaking mainly for America, our country is so divided politically. Now we're in these situations to where it's getting even divided even more. Like when people are honestly believing this crazy nut job, and I'm not even going to be against conspiracies because I'm starting to believe now things that I thought was a conspiracy before were actually correct. Again, we could go down a big conversation on that one. But we'll just say everything that you see or everything that we were taught, yeah, be skeptical. Push back and start thinking about it. I'm not going to say, like I said, the institutions and everything, I'm not for anarchy. I'm not for the falling of society, but I'm just trying to say we're in dangerous grounds now with AI. Just because a ChatGPT or a Grok or whatever gave you some information, don't just accept it as truth. Like when you were in school and you had to do an essay and stuff, you had to have sources, right? Even though it provides sources, fact check them. Because the thing is with AI, you do understand the models and the way that they're trained are trained upon the internet. You all understand everything on the internet's not true. And there's some crazy stuff out there. It's a mirror, an image of human civilization. You got some very bad people out there to say some really crazy, wacko, ridiculous things. But then you got some other people over here and stuff that, yeah, pretty insightful, we'll say very knowledgeable. But the thing is, we need a balance. I don't care if you went to Harvard or you went to Yale or you went to some Ivy League school. There's many people that can be very educated, right? But that don't mean you have to sit here and have all these book smarts, right? The thing is, keep yourself relevant with skills. I can tell you there's many people at Harvard and Yale and stuff that are these academics. They probably don't even know how to change their own damn oil in a car. We're talking about necessities that we need every day in everyday life, right? When people talk about, the farmers, and farmers are taking a pounding and stuff now too, but guess what? GMOs and all this food being produced and stuff, I don't know, how about we have just regular food again? Go to the store, organic food costs you out the yin-yang. How about people, can we grow our own food again? And again, not to go super crazy here, but we'll just say the situation that the world is in right now, especially what I say overseas and all that stuff, regardless on what side of the aisle you're on, war is not good for anybody. I don't think anybody, unless you're some crazy lunatic, want to sit here and just kill people for the fun of it. We have threats around the whole entire world. And even with the internet, everybody's not your friend on the internet. On your Facebook and your social media. Give me a like and all that. There's bad people out there. They're not your friends. You don't know them from Adam. But yeah, we all want our likes and we want our channels to grow. And I got 30,000. I got 1 million subscribers. You don't know these people. People have motives, agendas. And I'm not going to say go around not trusting everybody. But let's just use some common sense. things that you say on the internet, what I'm saying right now, people can clip this. They can go around and share it. I don't care because, again, do these people actually know me? I don't care what other people on the internet, around the world, whatever, think of me. Because at the end of the day, I'm a nobody. I'm just some guy over here likes to sing karaoke, do different things, maybe teach some tech and stuff. But again, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I hate those types of people. You know, the ones that think they know everything. If you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, well, guess what? You're probably in the wrong room. Because that's usually what happens. You're in a room to where you think you're smart, but the thing is, maybe, I don't know, the average IQ might be 60. Yeah, you might seem super intelligent to them. Maybe go to different rooms. And again, I want to just be able to challenge people. More cordial conversation, critical thinking, logic. Let's have civil, cordial discussions instead of being at each other's throat. You don't know, whatever. Right? It's nonsensical. And I want people to, that's what my goal is. With creating my new channel, I want to be able to engage people and actually get a better understanding why people think the things that they do and believe the claims that they do. Could I be incorrect on things? 100%. I'm incorrect all the time. But I'm willing to learn. But I'm not going to ever be spoon-fed. I'm never going to just sit here and just accept anything that people tell me. That is craziness to me. And it's not even trying to be political and stuff, right? People may not like certain things, but guess what? There's men and women, right? We have different chromosomes. But when you want to think you're a unicorn and all this other stuff, where are the sane people? You know, you get the flat earthers. I mean, before it used to be like entertaining to sit here and be like, oh, wow, all these difference of opinions. Then we got this my truth, your truth garbage. What are you talking about? Your truth? So you think you're freaking Superman. You're some comic book character, and we all supposed to accept, oh, yeah, you're Superman. You understand? That's freaking craziness. I agree we can all have differences of opinion and different views and stuff, but are they based on anything concrete, anything factual? That's the types of conversations I want to have. Because I notice on the internet lately, and YouTube, maybe it's just the areas I'm going. I've been trying to go deep dive into other conversations, but the thing is, I'm starting to notice there's a lacking of this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create it myself. Right? People go around and say, there's nothing to watch, there's nothing to do, whatever. Well, guess what? Make your own. Make it engaging. Will it succeed? I don't have any idea. Will my channel grow? I have no idea. That's not the purpose. I don't care about my views. I don't care about my subscribers. I don't care. It's about the message. And my message is, I'm trying to challenge people. Get out of your comfort zones and your little echo chambers. And I mean, I've been part of them too. And it gets exhausting after a while. You want to see it. Because sometimes we do feel like, wow, we do feel really smart. Because we're with a bunch of idiots. My thing is, though, I still believe 90%. Because I always got that 10%. 90% of the world are logical people. That we're letting the mental, and again, it's nothing against mental illness. I have mental illness. If y'all don't know, I have bipolar. Isn't it funny? Somebody with bipolar is observing and looking at the rest of the world. What the hell's going on? Like, I really feel like a lot of people, they're on medications. They need to be in a mental institute. But yet, I'm the one that's supposedly crazy, whatever that even means. That we can't have cordial conversations, disagreements, without sitting here, Republican, Democrat, having to, the politics is just unreal. And then you got the other side of things, that when people, I don't care. It's no big deal to me. Because I got friends and stuff that live overseas and stuff. Guess what? You better care. AI is there too. You're going to lose your jobs too. I don't care if you sit here and think you live out in some province, out on some farm. No man's an island. When it comes to a world war, guess what? You're going to be involved if you like it or not. Because that's some of the comments I do get from people. Well, it don't involve me and don't whatever. It does. I'm not saying kumbaya for the whole world like we're all going to hold hands and that we're all going to sit here and everybody's going to get along. That's not reality. I just saw some videos and people are sitting there talking about, I'm going to go to some of these Muslim countries and I'm gay or blah, blah, blah. And guess what happened to them? Other countries don't think like people here in America do. We got all these liberal views and all. Hey, guess what? That's great. But other countries and stuff, no, they don't think and believe any of that stuff at all. And there's a story. I try to pull them up and stuff, y'all. But again, go out and Google them. There was 3 women that just got freaking murdered because they were sitting there going, oh, you know what? I'm going to go over to the Middle East and share some of their views and all that stuff. You do understand they have, I guess, their countries, they can do whatever. But yeah, certain countries limit what women can say, the way they can dress, the way that they look. But yet, here in America, and I'm mainly speaking to Americans here, they're delusional. The rest of the world does not think like we do or say things that we do. And when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But if you want to go over to some foreign country and sit here and talk about LGBTQ rights and stuff, you're going to, what do you think's going to happen to you? It's nonsense. And all the people that want to give me hate and whatever, I do not care. I honestly do not care. I got LGBTQ friends, to me, gay friends, whatever you want to call them. What you do in your home is your business. What I do in my home is my business. The thing is, when you go out to the internet and you start spewing all this nonsense, you're making it everybody's business. And here in America, which is great, we have a thing called the First Amendment. And guess what? Hate speech does not exist. There's hateful speech, offensive speech. But the First Amendment of the Constitution protects that. As long as you're not calling for violence or harm towards somebody. And I think, just speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for every American, but I think we're done. We're over it. The nonsense is over. I don't care about Donald Trump or Democrat, Republican. At the end of the day, we have to live amongst these ourselves. But I'm the type of person, I'm not going to sit here and accept nonsense. Delusional thinking. If you want to be a unicorn, go be a little unicorn. But the reality is, in the workforce, you're not going to get hired. You're not going to represent a company. Now, you can work for yourself and be self-employed, but good luck to that. People just think it's that easy. I'll just start my own company. Elon Musk, he's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. You understand how many companies start but never succeed? Within the first 5 years, you ain't making any profits. But I do like, and again, dream. I'm not trying to tear anybody's dream down. But I do like when people, what's that word that they like to use? Manifest. They're going to manifest all these things. Really? How's that working out for you? All this manifestation. You're manifesting all this money. Manifesting a good husband or a good wife. Good kids. You're delusional. You can't manifest anything. You can't control what other people say. You can't stop it. You can call people their names. That's where I'm over it. Racist, bigot, right? At the end of the day, we can talk about anything. I remember the time too. You talk about abortion and stuff. You're not a woman. You can't. Shut up. Yes, men help make babies. Those are fathers. And if a single mother wants to raise her kid without a father, that's great for her. But don't be telling me, as a father of a child, I can't say what I want with our kids. You're delusional. And it's not going after just women. It's just people in general. It's one topic. I think the world's finally getting to the point to where it's too much. We got so many of these other things going on in the world today. And the stresses of life that now you want to add it. And I think that's America, where our biggest issue is. We got so many freedoms in our country, and we have it so easy over here. That's why we can sit here and talk about this nonsense. Not having to worry about, am I going to starve today? Am I going to be able to See what I'm trying to say? What if we had to go back and actually plant crops? Would people be on the internet as much as they are? And you can say, well, what about you? You're on the internet. Yeah, I'm on the internet. Why? I'm trying to wake people up. Go out, touch grass. Get off the freaking internet. I'm challenging people too. And hopefully with my new channel, we're going to do a little challenge. Put down your phones for a week. I don't need you to watch me. But let's put down our phones for a week. Disconnect. See how many people actually go through withdrawal. You understand, if you start sitting here freaking out like, oh my gosh, what am I going to... There's an issue. You're being very codependent. I'm manic depressive codependent. But even me, I even realize if you're that dependent on technology that you can't function as an adult or a human being, I don't know, I find that an issue. Maybe other people might not find that as a personal issue. But I'm just going to say, honestly, yeah, that's a big issue. And you can go through life being delusional, thinking with whatever, right? More power to you. I'm just going to say, don't be surprised when people start calling out stupidity. When you fail and when you don't succeed in life, don't be surprised when people point fingers and stuff and say, maybe if you would have stayed off the internet a little bit longer and concentrate a little bit harder maybe on yourself instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing on the internet or what the movie stars in Hollywood. Like, it's just so frustrating. I know I'm starting to sound like a boomer, I guess, at this time, but I'm just sitting here like the younger generation, wake up. Y'all seen the Rocky movie? What was it, Rocky 5, I think it was? Life ain't horseshoes and rainbows. You're going to get hit. But the main thing about getting hit is how to take the punch and get back up. Just because you get fired from a job or you say something stupid does not mean that people are racist and they don't like you. And again, and maybe there is, right? It's a possibility. But the majority of the time, I'm just going to speak from somebody my age, Gen X. We're tired of the bullshit. Quit making damn excuses why you haven't succeeded in life. We've all have our hardships. We've all went through stuff. I get it. Not everybody was born with a silver spoon in their mouth and we all have all this money. Guess what? Welcome to the real world. And it's not always about money. It's about being happy, right? But I see so many miserable people just walking around. And even in chats, you get people just wanting to sing karaoke. I'm not talking about my own channel. I could care less if anybody comes to my channel, watches or not. I do it because it entertains me. Most people say, hey, man, you avoid your chat. No, not really. I just do my own little thing. And if people want to watch it, they watch it. If not, okay. No skin on my back. I'm not making any money off this. I don't care. But the main thing I just want to just tell people and stuff is, yeah, when you go into chats and you start sharing your opinions, you ever think people don't really want to hear it? But you got a point to prove, right? You go in somebody's chat, they're singing karaoke. And then people want to come in and just be nasty and do stuff. Are people really that miserable in their life? Sometimes people just want to relax, chill out, have a little bit of fun with some friends online. Who cares if they can sing great or not? Right? I know I'm not a good singer. I'm horrible. But that's the fun of it. This is people's escapes. But for some reason, I don't know. You got trolls. And that's the thing I love too. When people talk about trolls, I started on 4chan back in the day. Remember the hacker communities and all that? Oh, I can troll. So people sit here and say, oh, yeah. Gen X? That's the thing. I love when I watch these videos, when they're talking about the different generations, right? You got Gen X, you got Gen Alpha, you got all... Gen X, we don't give a crap. Remember, we're the forgotten generation. That's the thing people don't realize. We always kept our heads down low. We just did our jobs. Didn't complain. Just went on. We looked at people and said, boy, they're really stupid and stuff. But no, we kind of kept to ourselves. But you know what I think is going to actually help change the world and especially save America? It's going to be Gen X. I think we're finally to the point where we're going to put these younger generations in check. They can say whatever they want about us. They can say, we don't care. You understand? The generation that I came from, We didn't like the boomers. The boomers didn't like us. The hippie movement and all that. And then when you look at the 90s kids and the Nintendo kids, we didn't really fit in there either. We also come from the side of analog and digital. We remember a time when there wasn't technology, and then we remember the internet and all the other technologies that came with it. We know what it's like to live without the internet. We're the last generation to actually know that. This is the thing I just love when I watch these little videos and these comments that people say. Do they, especially the younger generations, do they really think they're going to be able to say anything that's going to hurt our feelings? And especially some of us, we got skills too. We got a lot of skills. That's why we're still relevant. And the funny thing is, a lot of these younger generations don't realize the technology that you got in your hands and the internet, you know who made that? That's Gen X. My generation, we built all this stuff. You don't think we don't know how to burn it and tear it down? See, while everybody else was sitting there complaining, remember, most of our parents worked. We were latchkey kids. We had to figure out things on our own. Nobody was sitting there helping us figure it out. We're very self-reliant. Even if you look at statistics and stuff, we are the most resilient and self-reliant generation on planet Earth. Sometimes you will see Gen Xers out online that'll comment. Little note to people if you don't know. Most Gen Xers, we don't really get involved in that type of stuff. And we do look at the people who do that and stuff's like, dude, what are you doing? Kind of like breaking the code, right? We hang around in our own small little groups. We don't look for people to accept us and like us. Now, I do got people that are older, that are my generation on Facebook. Oh yeah. Nobody has 1,000 friends. Just because your Facebook says so, that's not reality. But I'm just waiting for the day when this AI finally does come into effect. I'm going to laugh. All the people that did not prepare, and all the ones that lost their jobs, especially the younger generation that don't know what hard work is, they don't want to put, and I'm not saying every single one of them, but the ones I see online, these little TikTokers and all that stuff, good for you. Hopefully you make all the money that you could ever dream of. But at the end of the day, nobody cares. I don't care about your TikTok status. I don't care about your Facebook status, your YouTube status. The majority of us don't. You might think you're a big YouTuber, you got a plaque. The majority, most people on planet Earth have no idea who the hell you are. Nobody knows who the hell I am. And why would people even care? I'm a social influencer. I hate that term too. Influence who? Not influencing me. Most adults that are grown adults, we make our own decisions. You can have different perspectives. We'll actually listen. That's one thing I love about Gen X. We came up in a time to where we could disagree with each other, but we could actually have cordial conversations and try to get a different perspective. Something's changed in the world. You know, it's actually got to the point of people just want to chime in and say everything about topics they have no clue or life experience in. So hopefully I'm giving a PSA, mainly for, well, actually just everybody, because I really don't want to pinpoint certain people out, right? Certain generations, but we're just going to say Gen X is here. We're watching, and we're watching very closely. And all the Gen Xers out there, if you agree with me, or maybe if you don't disagree with me, leave a comment in my chat. Hopefully you come across this video and I might trigger somebody. I'm hoping I'm triggering a buttload of people. Because the thing is, nobody cares. So anybody, hopefully, yeah, leave a comment. Now the thing is, my comments, they're screened. The reason I do that and stuff is, it's this screen because certain words. I don't want people coming and dropping the N word and all that crap, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, I would just like to see other people's opinions and views. I think we're all more alike than what we disagree and say that we're not. But I think the political correctness days and all the things it's offensive. You can't say that and everybody gets the first place award or participation award. Those days are over. Hopefully we're, thank God, past that. And for the parents out there to treat your kids like the helicopter parents and stuff, yeah, you're part of the problem. And some of them are Gen X that's my age when they raised kids. We're the helicopter parents. We created a mess. And now we got little Frankensteins, little monsters that we created. We need to tell our kids no. And my bit of advice is what my dad told me. My dad was born in 1936. He's passed away now. But his generation was a little different. And we were told as Gen Xers and stuff, because remember, people didn't speak when spoken to, right? Anybody in my generation kind of knows, yeah, if your parents said something, told you to, hey, yeah, you shut up. We have actually respect for our elders. We can learn from other people. But again, when you got these other generations that want to sit here and act like they know everything and stuff, well, I'm just going to say Gen X, speaking for myself, I can't wait till we burn it all down. The internet, take it down. We'll take it back. And we'll find out who's actually doing what. Can you imagine? Pull the plug. It goes dark. And people go, what was life before the internet? I know. Gen X, we know. Go outside. When was the last time you saw like kids riding a bicycle, right? Riding around the neighborhood, playing with their friends. When was the last time anybody seen some of that? Kids not having to wear like little, helmets, little pads on their elbows because they don't want to get hurt. It's okay for kids just to be kids. Have fun. You're going to get hurt. My dad always taught me, right? Brush it off. You'll be all right. And what's the main thing most Gen Xers know? There's one thing I challenge anybody on the internet, especially the younger generations, or anybody who wants to leave a comment, you'll figure it out. That's the motto. That should be life's motto. You'll figure it out. Everybody's not going to save you. Everybody's not going to help you. And to be truthful, everybody's got other better things to be doing with our time. We got our families, our kids we got to take care of. So if you're whining out on the internet that I lost my job because you said something stupid, nobody cares. Your HR department don't care. I'm just venting because it's just insane that people think that they're this important. And you say, well, you're doing the same thing. No, I know I'm not important. And I know my message, probably nobody's going to hear any of it. But the thing is, there might be some that actually might. Somebody might stumble across this video just by statistics, right? And they're going to be like, hey, maybe this guy was actually speaking some facts. Because even the younger generation, they're going to get older too. And they're going to look back on this moment and probably be like how the rest of us were. Because I'm glad we didn't have cell phones and stuff when I was younger. I did some really, 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 really stupid stuff as a kid. But I think we all do. Thing is, we don't have to be reminded of it constantly. The generation that we live in now and the world that we live in now, and the kids even coming up in the 90s, not as bad. But the 2000s, it's archived. The stuff that you do on the internet, the stuff that you're saying now, 10, 15 years from now, people are going to go back and look at it. The OnlyFans girls and stuff, guess what? One day you might be a mother. Those videos are going to be out there. What do you think your kid's going to say when, like, other kids come up and go, hey, look, isn't this your mom? Yeah, your slutty mom that was sitting here making nasty little... Again, it's all about the money, right? It's all about the money. Who cares? Integrity, right? People's credibility, your reputation. It actually still means something. And just on that note, I'm glad I was able to get this off my chest and be able to speak some truth and facts to you guys. So if you like conversations like this, but again, more on philosophy, theology, and more of religious topics, and again, being cordial, but sharing my opinions, if you go to Genio Discourse, it'll be my new YouTube channel, where I'm going to have more conversations like this. So hopefully, I gave you a little bit of taste of what's coming, and as well, more tech content, and I'm going to show you guys how to protect yourselves online to the best of my ability, and to the best of your ability, and show you ways that, you know what, I want people to go out, speak more, be more open, because this nonsense, it's got to stop, man. It really does. And on that note, I wish everybody a happy weekend. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow, do another stream. I got 20 hours, or about 17 hours, or 18, to burn on my StreamYard. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, and I don't know, might work on a couple of projects or something. If y'all want to sing karaoke, it'll be just an open stream. I'm just going to do random things, and we'll see if you guys like it. It's stuff that I like. So if people want to come and watch, that's great. If not, that's fine. I understand people. It's the weekend. Have some fun with your family and your friends and stuff. And like I said, yeah, go outside and have fun. You don't have to hang out on the internet. I have no life, so I stay at home all the time. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you on the next one. Rah, Semper Pieces, deuce. And I'm out. In this stream. See ya.